Hey YouTube, I hope you guys are having a great day. Staying in, staying safe. So last week, on my last video, I talked about how the whole social distance things from my store and other stores are supposed to be. And the only thing I've noticed my store hasn't really been practicing, and the anxiety that people are getting. A lot of people are calling in. A lot of coworkers don't want to work. People get mad because, you know, customers come in with attitudes. Right now, I've been watching a lot of people's comments. I appreciate my friend Daniel. Thank you so much, Daniel, for uploading my video on your page and letting other of your friends see my video. That was a truly grateful thing. I'm truly grateful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Because I want people to know that I'm not here to bash on anybody's company or my own either, you know. It's just we are all in this together and everybody is going crazy. I feel like in the wrong way because a lot of the times we listen to the media. If the media tells you to jump off a cliff, I'm pretty sure thousands of people are going to do it. I don't know why, but everybody's listening to them. And I mean, day in and out. And it's just sad the amounts of people that I've seen. People are getting stressed. People are becoming angry because they can't figure out how they're going to feed their children or how they're going to pay their rent or their mortgage. Especially if you've seen the state of Texas, how they were showing pictures of the state of Texas, how massive amount of people were going through their food banks. That made me so sad. Like, that was just so sad. And this pandemic has really done a lot of good and a lot of bad for a lot of people. What I mean good is it brought people together. It brought their families back together. Made them stay home and bond when some people may not want to do that. You know, I've talked to a few of my coworkers and all they tell me is they want to kill their children at the end of the day because they're always arguing and fighting about what pencil he's using or she's using, and that's his, that's hers. And then what I get from my brothers is my younger brother has 5 and my other younger brother has 4, and he goes, it's just the bickering and yelling. Like, one wants all the attention, she always does. Then my youngest niece, because she wants the attention, she's more like, forget learning, let's just have fun, you know? And then it's just difficult for a lot of parents right now because a lot of parents are trying to educate their children, trying to make sure that they're getting still their education, they're still learning. So I'm proud of every single parent out there. Nobody's told you that you're doing a great job. You are. And don't let anybody else tell you vice versa. Because I know it's hard. Because second, you're not a school teacher. And third, you're not getting paid, but you're doing the best that you can, and that's all that matters. Like, my son, he has his Chromebook from school and stuff, and he did his project on spiders, and he chose one specific spider. He chose which spider was it? Oh, brown recluse. Sorry. So what I've been doing is making him watch Spanish videos, making him learn about Spanish. So I make him watch. He doesn't like it, but I teach him. You have to learn Spanish, so I added language arts to his, so I make him learn Spanish. So now I'm teaching him the colors, and I'm making him learn the colors and then the numbers at the same time. So I make him do 30 minutes a day of little 15-minute increment videos, and they do songs or they say the colors, and they'll say amarillo, or, you know, and then they'll go yellow. So it's just teaching him, and then I say, okay, if you can get your schoolwork done and I correct your work and you got so many points, if I can, I give him a treat, ice cream, or we'll go outside and play soccer or we'll kick a ball or we'll play and we'll just talk, we'll bond. But the whole point is to make it fun for your children, because at the same time your children are really feeling it. They miss their teachers, they probably miss their friends, they can't go outside. But I've noticed one thing that's really struck me about this. There's a lot of parents that take their children to the grocery stores. Little bitty babies. And I've seen videos of people showing off that, oh look, they took their kids to the grocery store and look at their kids licking grocery cart, and their mother's not even paying attention because she's too busy sanitizing her hands while she's not paying attention that her child's already licking the cart because it's a little baby infant, you know. Kids will do that. And they're mocking her, and I find it rude. But then I was like, I get why they're saying what they're saying, and I get why they posted it, but it's still kind of rude, you know, because it's just, we all think differently. We all have this different persona. Like, my son is locked up in a cage, he calls it, 24/7, doesn't go out, doesn't move, and he's tired of being locked up. So I took him out to the park today. We got hamburgers, we went to the park, we sat and cleaned the bench, we sat down, and we cleaned our hands, and we ate our food. And we had a picnic, just at the bench, just talking and having a good time, you know? And then he was telling me how this feels good to get out once in a while, but right now, a lot of people are suffering because of that, because they can't work. The economy is really taking a toll, you know? And one thing that struck me, that somebody higher up from my workplace, said something, and it shocked me. Because if you were to look at the stock market for the grocery stores and my store in general, it is at the ultimate high. I mean, our stock market went from down way up. It's like, I think it was at 131.8 today, or 131.87 or something like that for my store. And I own stock, so for my store, so I always buy stock and I always check my stock because I'm trying to learn the stock market. And it's kind of hard for me because I'm not very bright with math and stuff like that. It's like, oh, this stock market is doing good, and then, you know, you're trying to teach your kids too at the same time, because I've been trying to teach them, why did that one fall and this one go up? And you try to give them like different incentives. So you try to go find YouTube tutorials or videos about the stock market or whatever, and they get kind of boring. So you have to try to make it fun, and you're like, that's not the one, you know, that I wanted to do, so he would be bored. But at the same time, we want to implement fun, and it's sad because a lot of people are being cooped up, and everybody's protesting, and everybody's getting mad because everybody that's protesting, everybody's saying they're protesting in the wrong way, because now they're all going to get sick. And then what happens then? So my question is, do you think that the economy, or the way Donald Trump wants to open it, should he open it up back again? I mean, I don't know. That's an iffy question. Because I miss my gym. And I would love to go to my gym's pool and take a swim and play with my son and just go on a treadmill and stuff. But I also enjoy the outdoors, going on a walk and a run, and just enjoying the outdoors. I haven't gained any weight, and I've only lost 2 pounds. But I've been keeping up with my working out and everything else. And I've been doing a lot more healthy things. So my doctor told me that I needed to take this amount of vitamin D, because I was very low. And I was like, gosh darn it. It's like, why am I so low? Then I also take what is called, this is really good for kids with ADHD. So if you or any parents have a child with ADHD, suggest you do the research, because this balances your hormones, balances your whole body to where it's good for people with thyroid problems, people with anxiety problems, people with diabetes, people with asthma. That's why I take it. People with ADHD, people with like disorders, like brain disorders. This helps balance brain, and it's called ashwagandha root powder, and it comes in a film form. I want to show you guys. So give me 1 second. I actually been taking this for about a month now, and I love it because it helps me stay calm while everybody else is being paranoid. And I've noticed a huge difference. Like, I'm able to breathe and not have to like worry, oh my god, I forgot my allergy pill, because that's going to affect my asthma, because now I'm going to be all clogged up, and then my asthma's going to start acting up. And I've been coughing. None. So, let me get one out, and let me show you how they look like. And I do recommend them. I really do. They look like these capsules. And I believe you can get it in a, not a pill form, and like in the powder form. And then you can make them in your smoothies or whatever. And they're also good for men. Like, it lowers testosterone or whatever. And it helps with their libido. It also helps supplements and stuff like that. And I also been doing something else. So, I just wanted to give you guys a few tips about what I'm doing to stay healthy and not give myself a headache by being cooped up. Because I really don't go anywhere. So when I get home from work, I just come home. I don't go out to any other grocery store because I don't want to risk it of getting contaminated or anything, or risking it to where I get my family sick, because you don't know who else is practicing safe practices. But there's something that I'm going to show you guys really quickly that I've been taking, and it works really well. And I call this the superfood. It's a superfood that it works great. And now moringa, what it does, it's this. It's called moringa, and I take it in a form of a powder, and I make it in my smoothies. And what moringa is, an antioxidant, and what it does is helps people with diabetes, helps with everything. And what moringa does is it lowers the levels of cortisol. So if you can't lose weight because of cortisol, because we get so stressed out that we create more levels of that cortisol, and then they stay in your belly, and that's why people can't lose weight, because they're always stressed. And it helps balance everything. It's good for people in general. It's good for diabetics. They say recommend it for diabetics. It helps with Alzheimer's and stuff like that. So it helps improve both ashwagandha and moringa help improve with memory, brain, and it has all these good ingredients. So it has sodium, 5%. Carbohydrates, it only has 4%. Fiber has 7. Sugars, total 1 gram. Protein, 2 grams. Calcium, 100 milligrams. Iron, 60 milligrams. And then it has potassium, 90. Titanium, I think that's what we got, titanium, 40%. So, here it is, and I'm going to put it up there so you guys can see it a little better, hopefully. Let me see if I can fix the bag so you guys can see it. There it is. So it's called moringa, and it's actually a really good. It doesn't taste nasty in the shake. So what I buy is mangoes, and I just make them in my smoothies, and I give a smoothie to my son or whoever, and it's like a protein shake pretty much. You know, I don't add any protein, and that's like my lunch or my breakfast or whatever. Especially if you're fasting, that's great. This is great for people who are fasting too, and it's very healthy, very nutritious, because it gives you It gives you protein. It gives you 2%, but it does a lot for you. So moringa is really good, and if you ever look it up, I call it a superfood. It's actually really good for you. It's very good, and I've noticed the difference by just taking moringa and my ashwagandha. And then there's another pill that I've been trying to take, but it does have some side effects for women. But it's good for women for fertile, like say for like that are infertile, like have a hard time trying to get pregnant. I don't have that problem. My problem is I just can't keep them. So it's called maca. This is another thing. Maca is good for men. Very good for men. Very good for women. It's general wealth and wellness. It's overall nutrition supports the male and female hormonal balance. So this is great for women who suffer from PMS syndrome, or it helps balance your menstrual cycles, your hormones, and that way they're not all out of whack. So I really do recommend this one. So I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget that like and notification button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. You guys have a great night. Talked about the brown recluse spider, and he chose that one specifically because he's into spiders. He thinks spiders are scary, and so he talks about them and writes about them. And then I implemented something that hopefully your parents that have kids make it fun. And one tip that I've been doing, even though he doesn't really like it, I try to teach him my culture. And I try to teach him where they come from. So basically, it's kind of like a history, but it's a win-win for both because they're learning and you're learning. So